I'm joined now by Paula Webster, the Director of Physical Therapy at Canton Physical Therapy, and she's here to show us how some simple breathing exercises really have powerful effects on our anxiety and even could improve our immunity. Thank you for being with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
So I know you teach your patients that deep breathing can do a lot of things. It can lower our stress, improve oxygenation, even ward off viruses. So why is breathing so important?
Well, our diaphragm is our most important muscle in our body. And what it does is it is just like a ventilator. So it brings that oxygen deep into the lungs like a ventilator does and scoops up any of the secretions that are there and lets them come out. So it's important that when we breathe deeply and expand our lungs so we get as much surface area to accept that oxygen.
Okay, I'm right here with you, and I'm going to follow you. Show us how to do this.
Okay, so when you take a deep breath in, first sit up nice and tall, make sure your posture is good because it does affect how much air you get in that lungs. And basically what we want to do is we want to fill that cage with as much air as we can. So in order to do that, you're going to breathe in through your nose. You're going to inhale as deeply as you can. You're going to keep your rib cage down, in other words, towards your feet. It can come out to the side, front to back is fine, but you want to bring in as much air as you can. When you get to the end of that breath, you're going to exhale out, blow out like as if you're blowing into a balloon. Blow it out and get to the end of that breath. You want to hold that breath for 5 seconds.
All right,
now,
so blow it all the way out.
Swallow after that, hold, and then you inhale again through your nose. So what you're doing is you're taking that cage and you are making it more elastic. The more elastic it gets, the more the lung tissue is exposed to that oxygen. And that's what's really important because that's what a ventilator does. So why not do it now prior to getting sick? Be prepared.
Right, and that's the first time I've heard about using the breath for immunity, but we do know that it can help with anxiety too, which so many people are suffering from. How many cycles of breath and how long will it take you to notice a change in your mood if you're doing this?
I would say that within a day, if you're doing it once an hour, say for example, set something like every time you get a text, do a breath. Something that will remind you to breathe because we're anxious, we tend to get into this posture of round and you don't expand your chest. So I would say that if you can do it 10 times a day, that would be great. You would see a difference within a couple of days. You should see it by the end of the day, especially if you have been breathing very shallow. The biggest thing is to take in as much air as you can and blow out as much air as you can, because you really do want to stretch out those intercostal muscles. That's the key here. So,
and this is something you teach your clients in physical therapy. So this is not just because of the pandemic, but other people are learning to expand their lung capacity, and that's helping them fight other diseases as well. It's something you've been doing for a while.
Yes, I've been using it for gut motility, people that have GERD or Barrett's. I've also been using it for low back pain because it relaxes your low back. It also, of course, I'm teaching posture. Of course, I'm strengthening. I'm doing other things. But the diaphragm seems to be the central core of everything in the trunk. And so because it's attached to your abdominal muscles, now you have added benefits if you can get that diaphragm to work properly.
Ideally, is there a count of how many long you should go in and out?
Oh, in and out? You can probably do like 7 seconds in, 10 seconds out. Exhalation should be a little bit longer than inhalation.
Okay.
But if people have not been breathing much, you go with what your body's telling you because you may get lightheaded because you haven't been bringing in the oxygen. So it's important that there is no formula that way. You want to listen to your body. And like I said, be kind to your body. You only have one. Just go easy. And within a few days, you should see a difference.
So simple, but none of us are really doing it.
Right. Well, we're all stressed out by what we see, and I understand that. But it's so simple, and it's something you can do inside your house. Outside, we have beautiful weather. We have clean air. I mean, this is the time to do it, and it gives people something positive to do. If you have something positive, you're not so stressed.
Yeah.
So it's important. I think it's important, and I also think it could ward off some of the bacteria and viruses that you're being bombarded with every day.
Paula, thank you so much. Thank you for teaching us. And you're right, it gives us something positive to focus on. We all need that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.